eziokwu na deputy governor bụ ebe na-arapara ndị m ala ya n'ihi na deputy governor abịatụbeghị n'ala anyị awụrụ ma ndị mmadụ bie na-agagharị si na deputy governor bụ ebe nara anyị ala anyị ahụtụbeghị m deputy governor ka ọ fọrọ bịa ebe nara anyị ala anyị ndị mmadụ na-ekwu ihe ahụ ibi onye dị remove ama m onye ọ bụ ahụtụbeghị m ihe dịkwa na akwụkwọ nyere m.
That short video I hold in the jacket about Abia State. No one only short, only longer video ni ene ma. Can manage Mohera when I say God bless Alex Otti. And I'm also speaking say biko no do. Onye obona malaka yesigwa Alex Otti biko. This is a propaganda hani bugali against Alex Otti that he should stand his ground. Ndenya na emeki ihe nwere obi n'azụ. Ndenya na emeki ihe nwere ezigbote obi n'azụ. Ebugale wago propaganda against the vice governor, nebugale propaganda against Ndozo. He should be watchful and he should be mindful. Because now the more on tighten on where, the more you tighten on where can deal with a place how you penetrate by him. Like I said in the past, the only thing he meant Abia State we have insecurity. And if he can conquer insecurity, because in the Jan making her don't care, they are willing to Igbo bo half on a haligoleba. Oh, you had the after they are willing to Igbo bo half on a haligolodia. So because no do when you're gonna Alex Otti send earlier this message. Now you can try, and I don't give room to the enemies. Like you know, and then this complete video. Go on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I remember Mekonyeka ordinary. I had a chance to encounter, when people hear or listen to the ambitious projects of Dr. Alex Otti, because here in this part of the world, especially in the Southeast, we are used to very below average political office holders and governors who are not ambitious, who do not understand that Nigeria is actually a country with so much opportunities, huge enough, to compete with the rest of the world. Let me tell us something that will shock us. When we hear, Alex Otti want to do a river port that will take about $1.52 billion. He wants to do a world-class medical city that will take about $1.3 billion. A medical city that will have 5-star hotel, 1,000 bed, housing estate and everything. So he's being overambitious. Where will he get the money? Because they are used to groveling, speculating, incompetent, dumb and daft former governors and political office holders whose only job is to collect little fat and jack and they will share. It's so shocking. As of 1970, Nigerian national GDP was $12.5 billion. South Korea was $9.36 billion. Brazil was about $35 billion. Today, the South Koreans, 52 million people, their national GDP is $1.73 trillion. Brazil, $2.3 trillion. Nigeria is struggling at $243 million rebased. If we had punched up to our weight, today our GDP would have been about $2.7 trillion. Because we are used to mediocrity, we are used to selling little oil and sharing it. When we see governors or people who talk ambitiously, we think they are prattling or they are ranting or they are throwing around numbers. Alex Otti will achieve this. I have said this again and I bear repeating it again. In 2007, with the help of the World Bank, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala developed a global infrastructure development master plan for Nigeria, a 30-year plan that was supposed to cost us $3 trillion to enable us bring our infrastructure deficit even to the level of the second world countries, not even the level of the first world like Singapore. It was an ambitious and audacious master plan that will have required us generating nothing less than $100 billion in capital investment into Nigeria, non-fiscal investments annually. But because after Jonathan left, we've been saddled with all manner of mediocrity, from Buhari to the current guys there, and the governors who are only after looting and stealing. Let me tell you, Alex Otti will deliver. I had a chance to encounter with him on Sunday. I was seated a piece from Owerri to Lagos. I was seated on seat 1C. He was seated on seat 1A. And we had robust discussions. I refused to take pictures and videos because I respected his privacy. But you know, we had a very good discussion. In fact, first of all, he recognized me and appreciated me for the great works that we are doing in the agro sector in Abia State. And I pledged our support and to even confirm to him that we have not even started. Now let me tell you, you know, one of the things that give us confidence, investors, in Abia, we have a governor who has, he understands what is the most important thing. Abia very soon will have an airport. It's a partnership between the federal government and the state government. Abia will have a river port. It's a long-term project. Let nobody expect him to even finish it by 2031. He's doing massive road infrastructure. He's opening up the economy. You see, we're having an industrial estate that is coming up in Abia, along Owaza. Of course, Owaza is a gas-rich location. So it's going to be a gas-fired industrial estate that will attract a lot of processing factories. Abia State with geometrics and every other thing, with the way they've reinforced themselves, very soon the whole of Abia, major hubs in Abia State, will have 24/7 power. And let me tell you, you know, because of the confidence we have in him, I can tell you, you know, whatever I say here, believe me, we will do it. I was sharing with somebody, I said, in Abia State, we have a plan to do 20,000 hectares of Moringa oleifera plantation, the hybrid organic cultivars, and it's going to be a massive 5-year project. We are starting the first massive 850 hectares in Okamporo, Abia State. It's an ambitious $15 million project, 30% equity finance, 70% debt finance. And for most of you who are not aware, it's a project that will generate nothing less than 40 to 50 billion naira annually. That will create thousands of direct jobs and tens of thousands of jobs. It's going to be a mega Moringa city that will have processing plants across all the value chain. For those of you who don't understand it, you see, one of the reasons why we stayed back, we have been in Abia State since 2016. But because of insecurity, because of the rareness of the government before this Alex Otti government, we stayed there because we lost so much more of insecurity and to general political government rareness. But with Alex Otti in the saddle, with the kind of things he's putting, see, you know, I've always said it, you cannot give what you have. There's a one Latin maxim that says, "Es nihil fit." You cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. Before you elect or support any political candidate, you need to look at statistics. Alex is a man who grew through the ranks, who rose to become the MD of one of the top banks in Nigeria. He's very cerebral. He's a first-class graduate. He's a man that can easily take up a $10 billion project and raise the funding through diverse structures and designs. And most of these things, the hospital is a PPP project. The river port is going to be a PPP project. And I can tell you, if Allah decides to reinforce the whole of Abia State through a monorail project, we will raise funding for it. You know, I want to appreciate him. And I want to also appeal to us. 2027 is around the corner. Before you put your faith on any man, either as a local government chairman, or as a House of Assembly member, or as a House of Rep member, as a Senate member, as your governor, as a president, look at the track record, look at the antecedents. Any man who have never worked in a structured environment, who have never deliberately worked in an environment where there is discipline, there is structure, where there are KPIs, where people are rewarded based on merit and excellence, have no business occupying any political office. Politics is not a profession. It's a volunteer call to serve. In the First Republic, we had top professionals, men of integrity, men of excellence, men of competence. We had a 39-year-old medical practitioner who became president of the old Eastern region. In 7 years, he built 214-kilometer agro-industrial belts. As of 1963, he had 2 industrial plants powered with gas. You know, as you make your bed, so you lay on it. We are offering Dr. Alex Otti 100% support. We will keep on bringing investors. Let me tell you, Abia is a hub. There is no electoral ward in Abia State that will not have an agro-industrial park that will get nothing less than 5 billion to 10 billion naira. Mark it somewhere, bookmark it. As long as he's governor 2031, and God help him and Abia to elect somebody in the same caliber, in the same mode, in the same excellence, in the same integrity as him, to take over from him. In the next 16 years, Abia will be competing among some of the best subnational units in the whole of Africa, if not the whole of the world. Michael Okpara built the fastest growing economy in the Commonwealth in 1960s. Alex can do the same thing in this time. So I want us to appreciate him. For the opposition, we appreciate you. Keep on boale kaleka. The truth Abia is not going back to darkness. Imo in 2027, we will get it right. Nemeko will be the next governor of Imo State. And we will do it. We will see. Let me tell you, the southeast of Nigeria we can grow our GDP from the current $60 billion estimated size to $500 billion size within the next 10 years. When we put the right people with the right brain, with the right passionate creativity, with the right integrity in the place of power. God bless you. Please share. You can reach me on 0813-444-1140. We will create massive wealth and massive job in our region and in Nigeria and in Africa. Thank you and God bless.